Alright guys, today we are going to throw it. We're going to do some bigger tosses today. This is one of our more fundamental tosses. All of you have tried it before actually because it was in your warm-up routine, but now that you know a little bit more about flag technique, I want you to really think about doing it exactly right. So this is called a pop toss. I put a pop toss in every show ever. It's super fundamental and we're pretty good at them, which is why I like to write them in shows because we do a good job matching rotations when we do pop tosses together. So a pop toss is going to start, at least the way I do it, is going to start at slam, just like you were going to do pull hits at slam, because essentially that is what you're going to do. I mentioned in your pull hits video when I was explaining slams that if when you're doing your pull hits, if instead of pulling apart, if you pull up too hard, you're going to accidentally get something that's more like a pop toss. That's essentially what we're going to do today. We're going to do that on purpose. So we're still going to pull the flag apart, but instead of pulling it open to the sides, we're going to pull up and down. I'm going to lay my flag down so I can show you that a little bit better. So here's my air flag. When I pull apart to do a pop toss, my left hand is going to pull down. I find that a lot of that energy comes from this grip where my thumb is. I push down with this part of my hand, and I'm going to push that line as straight as I can get it. I'm going to run out of places to go, right? I can't really go down anymore after a while, so I'm just going to glue that hand to my left leg to kind of get it out of the way and to remind me that I need to pull down and not across. Across with your left hand is going to cause what's called a rainbow, which means your flag is going to rotate side to side instead of going straight up and coming straight down. That makes it a lot harder to catch it. So pull straight down, stop at your leg with your left hand. Your right hand is going to do the same thing, it's just going to go straight up. So you're going to pull straight in a straight line up with your right hand at the same time your left hand is going down. And it's going to open up when it reaches full height. Now that's especially if you've done these before, you may have already discovered that you don't need full height to get your pop toss to go around. The stronger you get, the less right arm I find you need. You might actually stop something like this. That's fine as long as your right hand is making a straight line on its way up and then opens up to reveal your flag at the top. So when you release your silk, your hands are going to look like this. They're going to make the straightest possible lines they can. Your left hand goes to your side and your right hand goes up, and of course you're watching your flag rotate in the air. You're also going to use a plie. So I'm in second position when I start this. We usually plie as part of the prep. I don't always write you a prep when I give you a pop toss in shows. Sometimes I do. In this video I'm not going to, because a lot of times in a show you won't get one, and that way you can get used to it, and if I do give you a prep it makes it easier. The only prep I always give you is a plie. So if I'm in second position, I use my best plie technique. Tuck your hips, let your knees go out to the side. Everything else stays a nice stack. And then I'm gonna push off from my plie just like I was gonna maybe jump or go to releve, but instead I'm gonna lift this left foot and pull it in to first position. Make sure it's your left foot so that we're all traveling the same way. I plie and I press using my best technique, turning out and pressing tall, lifting my weight up without hopping off the ground. You'll find pretty quick that if you jump while you toss, that actually eats some of the momentum that could have gone into making your flag rotate. So that was a lot of details. Here I am at slam, like I'm about to do a pull hit. I'm in second position. I'm gonna count myself off, 5, 6, 7. On count 8, I'm gonna plie. My flag is doing absolutely nothing other than staying at this lovely slam. I'm gonna plie in my second position. On count 1, I'm gonna pull my hands apart from each other at the same moment that I pull my left foot to my right foot. So I'm gonna release my flag, something like this. Of course you're gonna let go when you do your pop toss, always remembering that you want to snatch down with your left hand and up with your right hand with the same amount of energy so that your flag rotates exactly where you want it and comes down where you want it. Your catch position, by the way, just like in pull hits, is exactly where you started. The only difference between a pop toss and a pull hit is one extra rotation. So instead of going up, down, your pop toss is gonna go up, up, down. I hope I didn't just toss out of the frame. I'm gonna back up to make sure you can see that. So, plie 8, toss 1, 2, catch 3. Woo, that was a little bit far back. You may have noticed that I pulled my right hand a little too close to my face, and that's why it rotated too far back. Teachable moment, because you may find yourself having that exact problem. If you go to toss and your flag feels like it's coming for your face, don't panic, just back up. It won't hit you, like mine didn't hit me. But if you find that you're having that problem, don't pull your right hand back to your ear. Leave it ever so slightly in front of you when you let go. Fun little side note. So I want you to do your best to practice your pop toss. Try and get some kind of a comfortable catch. If you're a veteran, I want you to think about catching with a nice, crisp, strong two-handed grip at slam, and I want it to be a pretty steep slam. That's hard to say. A pretty steep slam, not coming down here toward flat territory. If you're a rookie and you're just learning this toss for the first time, I just want you to think about catching it. Trying to get it to rotate those 2 times and then catching it where you want it. Vets, be working on some crispness. Try and make an improvement on where your pop toss was last year, where it was when you first started this video. Try and improve something, be it how crisply you catch the toss with both hands, be it your slam angle. Maybe it's your first position. Maybe you're one of my friends that likes to step out of your first position to get your flag. Work on something that you can tweak just a little bit, and when you're happy with it, post a video showing you your pop toss.